Hey, what's going on, guys? I thought I'd bring you a quick little video. Well, not maybe a quick one. This video could possibly go on for a long time. Just a guide to Dragon Defenders and stuff. The Warriors Guild. I know that a lot of people do actually struggle on this guild. I find this guild really easy, and I tend to get around 7 Dragon Defenders per month or so, because I tend to lose them quite a lot. Damn Rev PKers. So I'm going to show you quickly how to get there. Pretty easy. Just get a games necklace, and a games necklace can be bought at the Grand Exchange. And if you don't know how to get to the Grand Exchange, then you need help, sir. So what you want to do is teleport to Birthrope. I believe the Troll Invasion option should be there, but I guess Jagex didn't update. They're experimenting with the updates anyways. So right through here would be the Warriors Guild, or yeah, whatever you want to call it. There is one requirement to get through here, and that is you need to have your strength, defense, your strength, attack, and defense. I didn't do it in order. Your strength, attack, and defense, all to equal about a 160 level. No, 120. They need to all equal 120 in complete total, or else you will not be able to get through this big door here. Now something. Hey, look, it's the raptor. Now something pretty unique is that most of these rooms have a little trick to them to help them go by slightly faster, and I'll show you what those are in a second. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the easy one that everyone likes, and that is the animated armor. So I'll be right back. So what you want to do is go ahead and get prepped up for a fight, because that's what you should be doing. Oh, I should have said this a while ago. You're going to want to go ahead and get you one set of any kind of armor, and you should always have a decent weapon and good gear and stuff for whenever you're doing pretty much anything RuneScape related at all. I'm going to pull out my Void, and that's just for this video, so please don't hate me for pulling out my Void. So I'll be right back with you guys when I'm all ready. Okay, so you want to bring along a little bit of food. If you're using a higher level set of armor, you can use any armor all the way from bronze to rune. I'm not entirely sure if you can put dragon in here. The requirements for this machine is that it has to be a plate body, a full helm, and plate legs or plate skirt. It may not be a chain body, and it may not be a medium helmet. So that's why I'm not quite sure if a dragon would work here. I'm pretty sure it won't, so don't... If you've got the money, I guess go ahead and try it just for a Mythbuster episode. So once you've got it, you just want to go ahead and use any piece of armor. I've got food here just for the video purposes, but you don't necessarily have to bring food if you're using a lower type of armor. I'm probably not going to use any food myself, but I've decided that it would be worth it. So as you can see, the rune armor is a 138, and if you don't know this is actually the max combat. I guess Jagex was just trying to be funny here. So every single time that you get a kill, you'll see over here that my points will increase significantly. I got a lot of points for that. Clearly your points depend on the amount of armor that you have, the level of armor that you have. So if you have bronze, you probably won't be getting that much per kill, but your kills will definitely go by faster, and you won't be getting hit as hard. But for the higher levels, such as myself, I highly recommend the higher level of armor, because really it's not that hard to kill them, and it definitely does help your coins per hour. And just throwing this in there, every once in a while, these armors do actually break, and you will not get them back from a drop. As you see me there, I'm just picking them up as a drop after they die. If that does happen, this guy, this very nice fellow over here, he will give you the armor back that you lost. So go ahead and be sure to remember that little tip, just in case of anything that happens there. I just spec the 0. Okay, I'll be right back with you guys. This next room is my personal most hated, and I'm not quite sure what the actual name for this one is. And the reason why it's my personal most hated is because it spends quite a lot of time, and you can really be wasting a lot of... There's really no way to speed it up, as most of them are. So this room is pretty self-explanatory, really. As the dummies come up, you pretty much want to switch your attack stances. I'm just going to say stances for this purpose because I'm blanking here. So you want to switch your attack stances depending on the dummy that comes up. So this one has a shield, so you're going to want to go ahead and block, and so you'll get it. And if you miss it wrong, like I'll do it wrong here, you're going to get stunned, and that is really annoying. Just throwing that out there. So if you see him slashing with that, you just want to go ahead and slash. See him blocking, so you want to go ahead and block. It's really not that hard, really. Although some of them are pretty annoying, such as this guy right here, and I believe he means accurate. Some of them aren't really necessarily the pictures. Some of them are what the words say on the pictures. I'm just, dumbing it down a bit here. Like, for him, he's controlled. He is slash, and I find the slash ones, the ones with the pictures are pretty much the easiest. He's accurate, so I believe I do this. Yes. Okay, he's crush. You want to go ahead and bring different types of weapons, like one that has stab and such, because that guy over there, he's crush. If you ever do get confused, don't take my word for this if you're trying to follow along, because there's a lovely little poster over here that informs you on everything you need to know. So go ahead and study this for a quick second. And don't worry, it does seem pretty confusing, but you do learn the movements after a while, because every single dummy is in the same spot. It never moves. So stab guy will always be stab guy there. Defensive guy will always be defensive guy here. Slash guy will always be slash guy there. So it's pretty easy. Once you start to learn how to do it, you'll become boss at it very soon. And also, just thought I'd throw in here, if you happen to have 99 attack, this guy is the guy that you go to buy the cape. Beautiful little black knight there with white hair, ironic. He is definitely the guy that you want to go to. As for this next one, I must say it is my absolute most hated, second most hated. The attack one downstairs is my most hated. This one I also hate just because it's so slow. So what you want to do, go ahead, is clear your hands, right-click him to claim a shield. You can only use this shield inside of this room, but specifically only on these two squares. So what you want to go ahead, and this one is really easy actually. It just requires plain sight. Now I'm probably going to get hit here. Nope. I did get hit. So what you want to do is, if you can, play on a higher, bigger screen, because that definitely does help. You want to try to see the ball in the air. It does launch a random one every single time, and what you want to do is you want to see the ball, and it's pretty simple because they have pictures helping you. But pretty much when you see the slashy ball, put to the slashy. When you see the orange ball, put to the magic defense. When you see the big anvil, put blunt defense. No, that's slash. Stab, I mean. So when you see the spiky ball, it's stab. It's pretty self-explanatory. This one's definitely one of those extremely easy ones. Although you do take damage, as you saw when I first came in for missing, so I'll show you that right now. It's only about a 20. I got hit a 40 that time because I'm a noob. Yeah, this one is pretty annoying, but at the same time, it's pretty easy. I think the only reason why it's really annoying is because it's very slow tokens and is not really AFKable. So that's really the only thing I don't like about this one. But after a while, you will become pretty boss at it. So bear in mind. Now this next one is actually, I have to say, one of my favorites just because there is a cheat to it, and there's now a noob in me. There is a cheat to it, and what I mean by that is literally there's something that most people don't know that will actually help you during this. So what a lot of people do is they'll just come here. You do need to take off all of your gloves, ring, ECT, and they'll just throw blah blah blah, and that does get you tokens, yes, and you can effectively get thousands and thousands and thousands of dragon defenders doing that method. I got a really good throw there, actually, decent length and perfectly thrown. But what a lot of people do not know is that if you get a few ashes and a pestle and mortar, I have one located inside my tool belt, so that's why you don't see me actually having the pestle and mortar after my inventory. But you get a pestle and mortar, you can go ahead and click the ashes and click grind on the pestle and mortars, and that makes something called ground ashes. Now this is something that not a lot of people know about, but definitely need whenever they're doing this. It speeds up so much. I'm not sure if these are tradable, but I'm pretty sure they're not. So what you want to go ahead is dust your hands before you throw, and then you want to go ahead and pick up a ball, and now you should be all Hulk and stuff. What you want to do is usually do spin and throw. You want to do that always because that pretty much always gets you the farthest throw, and dusting your hands is really an amazing thing. It definitely does boost your tokens per hour. So always spin and throw. That one works the best. I've tried all of the other ones, and spin and throw has an average, just better off token per hour. I'm not sure how many times that you want to dust your hands. I guess if you want to be on the safe side, you could dust your hands before every throw. But me, I just dust my hands once every 3 throws. So this is why I actually do like this one, because the experience tends to go by extremely fast, and that's something I pretty much very much like. So I'll be right back with you guys in a quick second to show you what my absolute favorite is. Now this room, I'm positive there's someone watching this video right now who hates this room the most. What this room pretty much is you have to pick up these barrels, balance them upon your head. Hold on, I need my hands free. I believe my hands are, oh, my head needs to be free as well. For this one, my hands and your hands and head need to all be empty, so you don't want to have any rings, any gloves, any shield, or any sword, or any helmet on for this one. Now, I'm positive that many people hate this one the most because it's extremely slow XP and is just frustrating. So what you want to do is pick up these barrels and try to walk over to the locations and try to tag each barrel before the barrel falls off. And you can actually pick up multiple barrels or kegs, and that will increase the amount of tokens that you get. So that's pretty much a mandatory that you want to go ahead and try to pick those up. But it's very frustrating because it tends to fall off just about immediately. Now the reason that happens is because everyone who plays this game is going about the very wrong way. There are actually two methods to do this, and the reason why this happens in the first place is because the amount of time that you can keep the keg above your head, or kegs in this case, all depends on completely 100% your stamina. And the more stamina that you have, the longer you can actually keep the barrel up. Now, not a lot of people are aware of this fact, but they are aware of the fact that doing this does decrease your stamina. But there are actually two methods to this, and what you can do is you can get a bunch of energy potions. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you this because I feel like I need to. Energy potions are only 21 GP each, so definitely not a bank breaker. I actually have 1,000 of these in my bank just because I love them and I use them daily. There are two methods to do this. One, you could go with an energy potion, which I guess is the noob way to do it, but I actually think works more efficiently. And then there is the expensive Terror Bird method, where you can buy a Terror Bird, have it summoned, have your inventory kind of with summoning potions and tireless run scrolls. Now doing that, I'm pretty sure you could probably stay here for just about hours and just constantly stay here for hours and keep that barrel above your head for literally hours. But for me, I like to just go with the energy potions. So what you want to do for this method is go ahead and put the barrel upon your head, and whenever you see your stamina drop, even the slightest bit, what you want to do is keep it to 100. That's really what you want to do. You want to try to pick up all the barrels, so once you see that your stamina goes down, go ahead and drink a dose. So that's nice. Every single time you see that little foot go down, you really want to drink a dose immediately, because within a couple of seconds that can drop. And literally, see the guy next to me, he doesn't really know what he's doing. I'm going to keep it up there. I'm going to keep these barrels up for so long. He's just going to be so raging. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, you really want to be careful about those that stamina though. Now, here's something that not a lot of people know. You do not have to tag these barrels. All the things across all the colored things across the map does not matter at all, actually. All it really does is give you extra strength experience, but really all it does is actually give you around like 10 strength experience. You see me fail there, which I don't know why I did. I guess I didn't click the stamina thing quick enough. But I'm just gonna do it with one barrel just to show you. Even though I do this with all 4 barrels and I stay there for around 30 minutes. But it's a bit hard to talk and focus on my running stamina at the same time. These barrels and all these colored things around the room does not matter the slightest. Literally, all it does is give you extra strength XP, as it says there. But that's literally all it does. It doesn't give you any more tokens whatsoever. And really, it only gives you around 10 XP. So it really is not worth it at all. I recommend just standing here and just constantly just repotting or using those tireless run scrolls. And you can actually pretty much stay here for just hours, really. It's an amazing thing, and I've gotten around 500 experience just every round or game, as whatever you want to call it. Every time I keep one of these barrels up there, or I usually have all four. I usually get around 400 XP, 400 tokens every single game that I play. And I'm going to go ahead and show you where the barrel locations are. I'm going to try to keep this barrel up, but I'm not going to. So there's one over here by this green crate. That one's usually not picked up, and just because it's kind of hard to get to. I believe this is the most common one over here next to the red barrel. That one is pretty easy to get, I'm not going to lie. This is the barrel that most people start off with, and I actually did start off with it. There's one right here, and then the last guy should be all the way over here, right next to the yellow crates. Once you've got all these upon your head, you want to just stand in a comfortable spot. Oh, wait, there's one more. Okay, we got this. Pot. Okay. Once you've got all 5 barrels gently upon your head, and you look like an African, no comment intended. That's not racist, it's true. You want to just go ahead and watch your... Oh, damn! You want to go ahead and watch your stamina as close as humanly possible, and you will get a lot of tokens for that. So now comes a very, very, very extremely important question. Adam, as you can see my name is down here, Adam, why would I even bother doing all of those crazily difficult token earners when I could simply just use single tokens when I come here? See? Single type tokens, and I can pretty much just camp for around 10 minutes at the rune spawner, the animated armor spawner, and I can actually get around 2,000 tokens just from that spawner alone. And I guess that's fine if that's what you want to do, but the thing is, I can't stress using all types of tokens more because of a couple of reasons, and that's because it does give bonuses, such as it uses fewer tokens per minute, so that means you can stay in there for longer. Small damage bonus, so that means you'll be hitting higher. Some drops are sorted. What that really means is some drops are going to be noted, and that's actually really important because in normal, when you play with single type tokens, you only get 1 big bone per drop. These, you get 2 big bones noted per drop. So usually I actually leave with around 100k just in big bones, so I've actually made profit from doing this. An increased chance of defender drop. That has to be stressed. Really, I could spend around an hour trying to get 1 defender, and I'll be lucky if I do. Here, I'll get about 7 defenders in around an hour. An increased chance of confronting a Cyclopsis. That really means there's a large, very large character who comes out and likes to kind of bully you in a way. And he has a very common chance of dropping a Dragon Defender, along with various other expensive items and such. So having him pop up is definitely one of those mandatory things that you really want to see. I would have loved it if I would have got like a Dragon Defender in my first kill. So there goes that +2 noted big bones. Personally, sometimes I do like to come here to train prayer. I do have a Bone Crusher that you can acquire from Dungeoneering. And I like to train here sometimes, just getting around 2,000 tokens, and just coming in here and just having my Bone Crusher bury the bones immediately for me. So I'm training attack, and at the very same time, I'm also training prayer. That is a pretty good method. I use it a lot. Something that needs to be noted here is special weapons do not work, and that's because most special weapons can actually be used from a distance, such as if I'm standing all the way over here where this red blood spot is. If I use my Karasi, I'll actually, for some reason, only take around 3 steps, and then I'll be able to attack just about this Cyclops all the way over here. It's a bit of a fail, I'm aware, but it does work. So you're not allowed to attack Cyclopses from afar, which means I can't range them. Because this warrior guild is like sexist, and to the combat triangle it only allows you to use melee, it doesn't allow you to use magic or ranged, which is understandable because the Dragon Defender does not really apply to magic or range anyways. So yeah, just a little tip, and I'll go ahead and try to use my Karasi just to show you anyways, and I'll get a little message in my chat box saying you can only attack, you cannot attack a Cyclops from a distance in this room. So that's a bit annoying, but I guess it does work. That also applies to Dragon Claws, I believe, and I'm not sure if it applies to the AGS, as that guy over there is beautifully showing. And one last tip I want to say before I go, and that is, actually 2 more tips I'd like to say before I go, and that is the fact of, God, drawing a blank. Be right back with you guys. Okay, I've remembered. The blank that I was trying to remember was, I usually like to bring a fire staff or fire runes and lots of nature runes. Now the reason for that is because the drops that you do get in here can actually rake up a decent amount. They drop all different kinds of little newbie swords, such as I got an animate 2-hand and black longsword. You know, those kind of things. They actually do pile up, and you can out them for a bit of a free magic experience and a little money on the side. I believe that this adamant two-hand, which most people will just leave on the floor if they got it, really, I can alch it for around 2.6k, and I'm a stingy bastard, so I will use that 2.6k. So I do highly recommend that. One more thing that I'd like to show is a bit of a glitch. Now, I'm not sure if this is a glitch, but definitely is something that I like to do every once in a while, and I'll show you that in a second. So after I kill this little guy here, okay, I'd like to, wait, did I get a defender? No, okay. What I like to do, and this takes a little bit of time, but it does actually work, and that's leave the room, okay, say accept tokens, kill about 1 or 2 Cyclopses, whatever you're comfortable with, around 1 or 2. If you're a bit of a low combat, I suggest only killing 1 and then getting out. But what if for this for video purposes and because my guy's being a bit of a fail cake and not hitting very high on a low level, Jesus, that's like 2 10s in a row. Oh my God, this is like, he is a tank right now. Once you've killed 1, go ahead and successfully exit out the room and then just go back in. And that successfully means unlimited tokens, where I can actually just do that for hours a day, and none of my tokens go down. You do not lose any tokens for entering the room, which I think to patch this, Jagex should do. You should lose around 1 token or so every single time you exit the room, enter the room. But you can actually just kind of kill 1, go outside, and then come back in immediately. And this can actually get you Dragon Defenders. Yes, it definitely does slow down your Dragon Defender rates, but it's, in a way, completely unlimited tokens. So that's something to kind of bear in mind with. Also, these guys have a very high HP and low defense, so I like to come here to train sometimes. This is actually where I hit my max hit of Darok, which was, I believe, like 760. So they are kind of fun to train on, especially going Daroking. So that's just my little guide. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. And as always, I love you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the amazing and awesome support you have given me throughout the time I've been on YouTube. I'm not sure of the specific time and stuff. Also, if you're watching the gods, I almost failed like a noob for a second. Oh God. Okay, if you're watching the 100 mil from scratch series, yes, I do watch RuneShark. Okay, deal with it. If you're watching the 100 mil from scratch series, you'll see I actually got some of my potions back, and my second tab has decreased slightly. I brought the teleport tabs into my first tab because I have the money to afford buying them now, so I unfroze those from here. And also, I took out my potions because I made more. I made more extremes, and I made more extreme attacks. So back to that. We're doing good so far when it comes to the set from scratch. I'm currently at a sexy 8 mil when it comes to coins, and I'm at, I believe, 13 mil when it comes to everything else, total bank. So please go ahead and subscribe for that to be updated on future videos. This is a bit of a long video, but I was able to cram in lots of information and stuff. So I guess I'm going to exit this video with a sexy emoticon. So thank you as always for watching. I love you, and have an ooh, those are sexy. And have an if I can find it, if I can. Hold on, no, you guys are staying for this. You guys are staying for this. Someone's already clicked out the video. I hate that guy. There it is. Okay, as always, have an awesome video. Bye, and lift! 99 strength for the win!